What up guys, it's your boy Manny Hernandez here, and in this video I am really excited because we're going to be doing something that I love the most. Most of my followers know that when it comes to cryptocurrency, your boy Manny Hernandez is a fundamentalist, and today we're going to be talking about the Polkadot, the Omni, and the WISE token fundamentals on this video, because at the end of the day you need to ask yourself, where is the value? So, if you like the content, make sure you hit that like button, you smash that subscribe button, and the bell notifications as well, because that's how you tell the YouTube algorithm that you want this content to show to others. Also, every single comment that you leave on this video enters you to participate for a 1 ounce silver coin. You know, one of these beauties right here. Look at this beauty right here. I love to always show a little bit my collection of silver coins, and every single video that we put out of throughout the week, you know, participates for a single individual giveaway. So if we put out 3 videos throughout the week, there are 3 coins that are given away on every Wednesday night during our Wealth, Legacy, and Freedom show that happens at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time every Wednesday night right here in YouTube. So make sure you leave your comment below so that you participate, and without further ado, let's get hustling. Now guys, I gotta tell you, Polkadot is one of my favorite projects, and you know, if you have been paying attention to anything that has been happening in the cryptocurrency markets for the last few days, you saw that Polkadot came in like a rocket ball and positioned itself as the top number 4 cryptocurrency coin in the marketplace. And if you ask me, this makes them the number 3 because, let's keep it real, Tether right here, that's not a cryptocurrency, it's a stable coin, it's backed to USD, you know, and there's a lot of things going on with that I'm not gonna get into this. But Polkadot is making its move, and a lot of people have been asking, you know, okay, but what is Polkadot? What does it do? You know, how does it work? You know, so let's look at the chart of Polkadot real quick, so that you know, we're going to be talking about fundamentals in this video, but so that you can see what has been the price action for Polka before we dive into its fundamentals. You know, this is the listing candle back in August, you know, right here, and you can see how it came up, and then, you know, it's been moving steady, you know, stable, you know, since it listed. This is the, well, this is the Binance, since it listed in Binance at least, right? As usual, you have our hype pump, then it held above listing price, and that's what you want to see on a healthy project. You know, it lists and it goes above listing price and it remains there. Several projects that you see are flying around don't do that. In fact, you see an initial hype and then they dumps under listing price and it remains there, and then all the gains you see happens from there. No, here you see a stable, you know, but I want you to pay attention at the time it took. No, right now we see a well-deserved pump for an amazing project that we're gonna dive into tonight. But check this out. When we go through this and you see these, you know, this is our strong hands holding across several months. You know, of course, there's a lot of price action if you dive into smaller time frames, if you get into it. But you know, all in all, it's been, you know, trading within the range, holding steady. And in the past few days, if not weeks really, you know, it's been on a very healthy, you know, we did a 1-2, and now we're looking to put our 3, and I'm expecting to have a 3 somewhere within this pocket if we follow normal Elliott wave rules. And you know, that will be a 33, around 33, somewhere in the middle of this pocket. We can reject at the 161. We'll see where this 3 will land us, you know. Of course, it's not gonna be a straight line up. We'll see where we go. But then we're gonna get our 4 to give people the opportunity to buy before we put our 5. And I'm expecting DOT to have around $80, 5 wave on this impulse, on this move to the upside. So we'll see, how do we get there. But enough of price, because I didn't came here to speak about price. I came here to speak about fundamentals. What is Polkadot? Well, in a nutshell, Polkadot is a network protocol that allows arbitrary data, not just tokens, to be transferred across blockchains. This means that Polkadot is a true multi-chain application environment where things like cross-chain registries and cross-chain computations are possible. Polkadot can transfer this data across public, open, permissionless blockchains as well as private permission blockchains. This makes, this is what makes Polkadot a true unique project, guys. This makes the possibility to build applications that get permission data from a public blockchain and use it you get permission data from a private blockchain, but you use it on a public blockchain, which means, for example, a school private permission academic records chain could send a proof of degree verification smart contract on a public chain. And this functionality here is what's key. I want you to pay attention what this means, because we're going to be talking about Omni here in a few minutes, and this is what makes Omni possible, because we can have private blockchains relaying data into public blockchains without breaking security. And when you're building a social media app of the like of Omni, then you know that data security and data privacy is a huge a part of the equation. But the rewards engine and system, it can relay data and use consensus algorithms from a public blockchain such as the Polkadot blockchain. But how does this work? Well, the Polkadot is basically a true interoperable blockchain. So that means that it can work across Ethereum, it can work across Tezos, it can work across EOS. It's true interoperability. And that's what their aim. They're not here to compete, they're here to unite. The whole blockchain ecosystem is a whole living animal, and Bitcoin is the granddaddy, the store of value, right? Gold 2.0. Then you have Ethereum, which is the blockchain operating system. The amount of development community on top of Ethereum is huge. So how do you tap on that? You know that Ethereum has some fee issues, and that I get it. Ethereum 2.0 is looking to solve it, but the reality is that Polkadot already solved that, and it also adds extra other functionalities, because this project is composed of the following dots. For example, you have a relay chain, which is more than likely what us and Omni will be tapping into. So through a relay chain, the relay chain connects into the parachain. You see this is a parachain right here, which is what is on top of the relay chain that you see in here, right? So a parachain, think about it like digital property. That's the best way to put it. This is digital real estate. There are several parachains across the whole Polkadot ecosystems that during these coming months, I think it's going to be in February, I don't have the exact dates right in front of me, that these parachains will be sold out on action to several projects such as Kusama and many others that I'm not going to get into, that they will be buying these properties, right? And these are like shards, for lack of better words. I don't want to get too technical, so I want to keep things in a language that the regular individual can also follow. But then the whole consensus algorithm takes place here, and these parachains is what allows everything to happen, and we can connect through a relay chain, and this will allow us to have a private chain that can host our own tokens, right? And basically this is just beautiful. If you don't want to use this type of model, then you also have parathreads, which are similar to parachains, but it's a pay-as-you-go model. You know, when you do not have to have a continuous connectivity to the consensus algorithm, then you can just go pay as you go, which earns a lot of incentives for the people supporting the ecosystem. So far, so good. Want to take some coffee? I don't want to get too technical, but I get it. This is fundamentals, and these are the stuff that move the whole space forward, and these are the things that make projects truly valuable. If you understand the fundamentals of a project, believe me, nobody will ever be able to fool you in blockchain. Some good old coffee, and let's keep moving. So now that you understand the concepts of relay chains and parachains, then you now understand the true value that a multi-chain application environment can offer into the ecosystem. For example, in Omni.ai, what is Omni? Omni is not just an app. Omni is a mega app. We are coming out with the beta phase. We're just working on the reward engine as we speak, but we're hope to be out on Q2 of 2021, but for beta. But what is beautiful about this is that we are building on top of substrate that is built by Polkadot. Like when you go back, like if we go to Polkadot and we see what technology was built, you will see that it was built on top of substrate, right? And this is crucial technology. Now, who built this technology? This is something very crucial. Like, you need to understand this stuff, guys. You need to understand this stuff. Gavin Wood is the founder of Polkadot, but who's Gavin? Gavin was began originating blockchain technology as the co-founder and CTO of what? Of Ethereum. He invented fundamental components of the blockchain industry, including solidity, proof of authority, consensus, and whisper. At Parity, Gavi currently leads the innovation on substrate. And what is substrate? When we go to Omni in the light paper, we talk about the blockchain. And you can see that we are building all our technologies using Parity, substrate, using the consensus algorithm from what? Polkadot. This is Byzantine fault tolerant. Consensus algorithm and AREN is the exact same hybrid consensus algorithm that Polkadot is using, because that's exactly what we're doing. But what is Omni? Omni is a social media app, and this is what you need to understand. The blockchain technology and the system has not advanced enough yet in order to host a true decentralized social media platform on the blockchain, because blockchain are transparent ledgers, and these ledgers contain all the data. So once some data goes on the ledger, it cannot be removed. Several advantages have been getting ahead in the interplanetary file system, but it's still not capable of delivering the social media experience that you will expect from an app. So, but how then do we do this? Well, we do the best of both worlds, because at Omni, what we do is that we are an app. We are a social media app that is aimed to be in a way like the Trojan horse that will open the gates for several people to join and adopt cryptocurrencies, because they will come for the app, but they will earn coins Omni coins, to be more specific, for creating content, doing challenges, sharing content with friends, and much more. As a matter of fact, if I go here, here is a full list of actions that increase your, how to say it, your luckiness level, for lack of better words, in that for you to get a reward. So, you know, referring contacts, following content creators, sharing posts, you know, chatting with friends. Now think about this for a second. Like, hear me out. The cryptocurrency community, we all have adopted Telegram as our messaging app. And Telegram is an amazing app that is delivering, but it has its flaws. We all know what they are, and there's no need to mention them here. But I want to point your attention to something that is very crucial, because what we are going to do inside Omni is that we're going to have a fully functional chat. And when I mean fully functional, I mean fully functional, guys. Like, not kidding here. And this is using the exact same technology that Signal is using. Signal is open source. A lot of people don't get this. So we can tap into we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can use open source technology given away already by Signal, and we can incorporate all that technology inside Omni. Now think about this. We have a social media app that has TikTok-like functionalities, short videos, just like TikTok. Doing duets, doing dubs and duets. You know what I'm talking about. Right here, having feeds. It's a social media app, right? Now, inside you also have a chat. That's what's gonna be available on the beta phase. So in beta, we're gonna have like TikTok-like. Just to it's the best way to compare it. You cannot compare it to nothing else because it's short videos just like TikTok does. But then you have the chat, just like Signal. Now imagine this. Imagine if you, instead of being on Telegram all the time, we incentivize all the crypto community to do the exact same thing they're doing in Telegram, but here on Omni, because using the app, which now makes all the conversations peer-to-peer encrypted, but they also give you the possibility to earn Omni coins and a cryptocurrency as a reward for doing what you already do on Telegram. Think about that. Isn't that a message that you think the cryptocurrency community can adopt? I believe it's a good argument, because we're going to have everything and more than what Telegram or WhatsApp can offer you. We will give you all the benefits and features that the Signal can give you and more, because we're building on top of their technology to enhance the experience, which is very important to note. So this is how the rewards engine will look like. Now, going back, because it's fundamental stuff, we're gonna have Omni tokens will be built on a blockchain based on Substrate, the tooling used to create Polkadot blockchain. A combination of what I was saying earlier, private and public chains will be used for scalability at low cost. This is what we're doing. The right privacy level will be maintained for any use case while creating the blockchain. We're gonna be using a light client, first designed for mobile applications and Internet of Things. And we have, this is true innovation here. A lot of people don't understand what's happening at the infrastructural level of blockchain. But for the first time, we will have an app that can have a forkless upgrades, which is essential to keep the networks together. That's one of the biggest issues in blockchain, in the blockchain space nowadays, where if you need to do a fork to do an enhancement on your code, you need to convince all the miners or all the nodes to move over to the new one. And if you have a little segment, that's why Ethereum Classic, for example, continues to exist, because a bunch of people decided that they didn't want to move to Ethereum, which is the Ethereum that we all know and love today. Like real talk. So that problem, it's solved. We can do forkless upgrades without having, this is essential, especially when you're building the type of systems that we're building. So I will encourage you all to come to omni.ai. The link is in the description box, and that you check our light paper, because you'll be able to see in the light paper, you'll be able to see all this information that we have been speaking about tonight, and you will be able to understand and learn a little bit about the project, the team, the community, the vision, the mission, and much more. But now I don't wanna end. We gotta talk about whys, because now we were talking about projects that are meant to be infrastructural. Polkadot comes to solve one problem: interoperability, the communication among blockchains. Think about it that way. Now you have Omni in the middle, a whole different problem that we all know is being there, right? How much value have you been adding to all these social media networks? But what are you getting in return? They are literally mining and milking your data dry, while you get nothing. And you are the true holder of the value. Without you, none of these social media apps will be worth anything. At Omni, what we're trying to do is to place in the hands of the true holder the profits of the company. I will invite you to check it out, because it's looking to revolutionize social media, which is a whole different problem. That's what that coin is looking to solve, and that's the function in the ecosystem. Now, WISE. A lot of people have been asking, okay, but Manny, what is the value that WISE? I get it, it's a token, it's a staking coin, but how does it really work? What is the value that it provides into the ecosystem? Well, when you look at a WISE token, you need to understand something. What WISE is doing is nothing new. It's the monetization of time. Think about it like a certificate of deposit. If you have extra cash, you can take that extra cash to your bank or to your local community bank, like I like to compare WISE to. Like, think about WISE as a decentralized community bank. Now, in the community bank works with the funds that those that have accounts in it, right? Those that have accounts deposit in it, and they have that in there. So think about that. So every single person that purchased WISE, right? Which you can think about it as shares in this decentralized community bank example. Every time that somebody buys WISE, it goes into this liquidity pool. And I want to point out to something. I want you to look at the total market cap, 190 million. And I want you to look at the liquidity on inside Uniswap is larger than the calculated market cap. What does that tell you? It's very simple. All this liquidity, all this amount of Ethereum is backing the coin. So it's like everybody deposits all their Ethereum. Imagine that you have dollars, you go to your bank, you deposit it into your community bank, which strengthens the community bank, and you earn interest for doing so. Think about it. It's the same concept, but now think that you don't have dollars, you have Ethereum. It's your cryptocurrency, and you can either hold Ethereum and wait for the price to go up, or you can take your Ethereum to the community bank and lock it inside a stake inside WISE. So let me show you in here. Right in here, we are inside the Wise token staking platforms. You can see a couple of the stakes that I have going on and what are the lockup period left on each one of them. But I want to direct your attention right here, right there. You see on top here, for example, this stake is yielding right at an 8.14% API. So I am earning interest for locking my Wise into stake. So we are staking the Wise token that we get in return for depositing our Ethereum inside the liquidity pool. So on Uniswap we have a liquidity pool, and this is the size. We have over 158,000 Ethereum there, which amounts for over $200 million at the moment of me making this video. Actually 208 million plus. So all these Ethereum, since they, you know, when you buy the token, unlike in other projects, when you buy or they do an ICO, the bulk of that money goes to the team, goes to advisors, that then they go on vacations to drink piña coladas with your money, and that's what they do. And some of them, you know, then the core team works on the project, but there's several people around it that don't actually do. That's just in every project. But then you have Wise that they did a fair launch. What is a fair launch? The team didn't get a single token for themselves. They are aiming to create ETH-backed bonds or certificates of deposits. So once again, on the community bank example, we have our community bank. You have your Ethereum. You deposited your Ethereum into the community bank, and you can see the numbers of how good that community bank is doing and how well is the shares of that community bank doing. Now you're gonna earn interest. So now you already invested on the community bank. So buying Wise and not staking it is the equivalent of you, okay, I see a community bank, a decentralized community bank that is capable of providing ETH-backed certificates of deposits, bonds, and insurance staking, and there will also be lending in the near future, collateralized lending plugged with the DAI. Follow me? So that's what Wise token is doing, right? So you have the community bank, and let's say that you buy, you believe in the community bank, and you go and deposit, you put all your Ethereum in the community bank, you get Wise in return for your deposit. Now you're holding that Wise. Now you say to yourself, you know what? I can hold that Wise because if Wise goes up in price, that since listing in USD is 3 times up, or is 3.4 times up, is 248% up in USD value, and 97% up in Ethereum value, which, you know, it's been only 18 days since this project got listed on Uniswap. So think about that for a second. So you have a project that is like a decentralized community bank that you can help, or you can, you know, if you believe in it, you invest on it with your Ethereum, just like in any project. If you were going to invest in any cryptocurrency right now across the whole page, that's exactly what you're doing. You're giving your Ethereum in, and they're giving you their coin out. Can we agree on that? Any cryptocurrency that you go out right now, you're giving your Ethereum in, they are giving you their coin back. What do they do with the Ethereum? A little tiny bit goes into the liquidity pool, and the rest goes to advisors and the piña coladas I was mentioning earlier. Now, in here, with Wise, that didn't take place. Every single cent, every single Ethereum, minus 2,000 that went for development at the beginning, but the whole rest went to back the community bank, to make a solid foundation for the community bank, decentralized community. Think about it, it's an analogy, it's not a bank, you know, it's a decentralized community-led decentralized system. There's no managers, no shady individuals. There's nobody that can run with the money. There's no rug pulls possible. Something that is, once again, we're talking fundamentals here. It's ownerless liquidity. The liquidity pool that God created on Uniswap, the keys were burnt on creation. That's how amazing Wise token is. The creators, the Wise Foundation, Peter and the team, they sent the keys to a burnt address. They cannot see it. So all that money that you see here, they cannot touch it. They cannot touch it, guys. Think about it for a second. So if they cannot touch it, it's setting a solid foundation backing the community bank and all the Wise that it holds, because the smart contract that holds this only speaks one language, Wise. The only way you can get all this Ethereum out of the smart contract is by giving the smart contract Wise, that if you're holding that, which also have a limited supply, then you know that your investment is there. Now, it has a price floor. Then, even if all these people, I wanna come in here and show you this chart. Look at how many people are staking already. Over 50% of all the coins ever created, over 528 million Wise tokens, 50.56% were already staked. And now, look at our weak hands. I call this our weak hands. Only 14%. More and more people are staking. More and more people like this, because they are looking for low risk, high potential. That's why we need a high liquidity pool, because low risk. You don't want to have a little tiny liquidity pool that can be rug pulled anytime or can be dumped on a single whale in an afternoon. You don't want that. So as more people comes in and they realize that Wise is a low risk extra exposure that can earn them even higher income than if they were just holding their Ethereum alone, more people will be staking here because they will love to get this 8%. And I love when people get penalized. I don't feel sorry for them. If you unstake early and you get penalized, I get that too. So I'm good. I'm holding. I'm a strong hand here, because I have my strategy and I have been clear from the beginning. You always have options on the table, but you play the strong hands and you do things with your brain. That's what we're doing here, guys. So when you look at this pie chart and I look at this beauty, I look at this and 18 days, 50% already staked. Think what's gonna happen in a couple months. Like, once again, look, remember Polkadot? Top 4 coin. But look at how long they had to wait before they got their pump. Do you think that, Wise is gonna come and in 18 days go to the moon? No, you gotta let the project mature. You gotta shake out the weak hands, and you have to understand the fundamentals. Because while everybody is caught up in the 5-minute chart, I am here stacking interest. I am here looking at the big picture, knowing that in a couple months down the road, once this bull cycle is in true motion, like once you gotta look at Wise as a project and think, once this bull cycle is in true motion, and if you're new into the space, if you were here in 2017 with me, or if you were here in 2013, you know what we're talking about. Your boy Manny Hernandez have been even mining Bitcoin since 2013. I have my miners as antique pieces now on my shelf. So I understand the markets, I understand the fundamentals, and I know and I have always known that the fundamentals is what drives this space forward. And as a community, we are called to drive this pace forward. If you are just out here looking to the pump and dumps and you don't care about the fundamentals of a coin, get out. We don't need you in this space, and I truly believe this. Because we are here to move the space forward. And if you're the gains, we love the gains. I love my gains. We all love price. Price going up is the best marketing in the cryptocurrency space. But if you come to put your money on crypto, you need to at least know your basics. And if you're just chasing a shit coin after shit coin, looking for the next pump or for the next green candle, I'm sorry, but you will get wrecked. If you understand the fundamentals of a project, you can go to sleep with peace at night. Because you know that regardless of any momentary price action, in the long term, your project is posed to go up. I hope you like this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, you smash that subscribe button and the bell notifications as well, because this is how you tell YouTube that you want this content to show. It's been a pleasure coming out to you. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about these amazing projects, and I will see you in the next video. Always, always, always remember, it's not about the money, it's about the freedom.